broadcast now, okay?
All right, and after I throw it back to you, I'm going to... Yep. 10 seconds. Rejoin music. Liner. And get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's get you right into the Lakers store starting lineups. Today's starting lineups are presented by the new GVSU Lakers store. Gear up. It's game day. For Grand Valley State, they started the point guard spot with Aaron Hayes, the 6'1 senior guard out of Detroit, Michigan. He'll be joined in the backcourt by Luke Reiskamp, a 6'2 junior guard from Schoolcraft, Michigan. Also Zach West in the backcourt, 6'5 freshman guard from Oswego, Illinois. Down low, it's Ricky Carbajal, the 6'6 senior forward from Munster, Indiana. And Chaz Rollins, a 6'8 senior forward from Cleveland, Ohio. The Lakers are 12-3 on the year, 6-3 in GLIAC play, and 7-3 here at home. Michigan Tech starts out at the point guard spot with Dylan Gordon, the 5'10 sophomore guard from Trout Creek, Michigan. He'll be joined in the backcourt by Jeff Gregory, a 6'2 junior guard from Kingsford, Michigan, and Brian Heath, a 6'4 freshman guard from Taylor Ridge, Illinois. Kyle Monroe is a 6'5 freshman forward from Green Bay, Wisconsin. And Luke Heller fills out the starting five, the 6'6 senior forward from Weston, Wisconsin. Michigan Tech 5-8 on the year, 4-5 in GLIAC play. They've lost 2 in a row and are just 1-5 in true road games this season. So it's the Lakers and the Huskies, a good battle always is between these two teams. Grand Valley State leads the all-time series 41-36. Lakers had won 5 of 6 games before Michigan Tech won the last 6. A lot of that, not all of it, a lot of that was due to Ben Stelzer, the great shooting guard for Michigan Tech. He was the player of the year last year in the conference, one of the top scorers in all of the country. Thankfully, he is gone. He has graduated and is no longer with the Husky program. Helped Michigan Tech win 6 straight over the Lakers. As Michigan Tech comes out in their road yellow uniforms. Actually, they might wear these at home sometime. It's a blackout here today inside the Fieldhouse Arena. So the Lakers wearing their alternate black uniforms with white letters and numbers and white trim down the shorts. So Michigan Tech wearing their yellow uniforms. Gold possibly, with black lettering and black and white trim down the shorts. It's the Lakers and the Huskies. This will be a good one here inside the Fieldhouse Arena. Chaz Rollins is going to jump it up with Luke Heller. Our game time is presented by Earhart Construction, the official construction company of the Grand Valley Sports Network, right at 3:03 p.m. As Rollins and Heller get ready to jump it up, the Lakers win the tip. Rollins gets it back to West, over to Hayes, and Grand Valley State moves right to left to start this one as Hayes over to Reiskamp left side, down to Carbajal. Carbajal to West, he's open for 3, he didn't shoot it. They get down to Rollins instead. Chaz goes up quickly and scores on Kyle Monroe, and if that's the matchup down low, Chaz Rollins may have a field day in this one as Monroe listed at 195. Chaz has a good 30 to 35 pounds of muscle and size on Monroe. Dylan Gordon with it for the Huskies. Over to Monroe. Top of the key for 3. Shot is no good. The lefty, Kyle Monroe, leading this team in scoring. Lakers get the rebound. Hayes over to Rollins. Rollins gives it to West on the right side in front of the Michigan Tech bench. West to Reiskamp. Over to Hayes. Hayes gets a screen from Carbajal and back to Ricky. Ricky puts it on the floor. Out to West. Up for 3. No good. Rebounded by Heller. Just a minute into this one. Lakers lead 2-zip. Dylan Gordon at the top of the key. And an illegal screen. Offensive foul on Kyle Monroe. Commits the foul. I looked away. He was trailing with the ball handler, and so Monroe was whistled for the foul. His first foul of the game. Hayes was the one who took the foul, and he was appreciative of the call. 18:40 remaining. Rollins on the right side. Looks up top to Reiskamp. Over to West. Right side. in front of the Tech bench, lobs it to Rollins. Ball knocked away from behind by Heller and stolen by Brian Heath. Heath dribbles up the floor, over to Gregory. Gregory to Monroe, to Heller. Heller spins in the paint on Carbajal, goes up and scores. Luke Heller. Heller seems like he's been there for about 8 years. I think he started since he was a true freshman. And we'll be happy when he's done at the end of this season. Hayes with it, goes baseline, misses the shot. It's rebounded by Heath. Gets it over to Gordon. Gordon dribbles up the middle of the floor, across the GV logo at midcourt. To the left side to Monroe. Monroe to Gregory, back to Monroe, fakes the three, drives on Carbajal, gets in the paint, out to Gregory. Top of the key for three, shots no good. Rollins goes up and grabs it one-handed, and then is fouled by Luke Heller. Rollins already with a couple of rebounds. Again, if you missed the pregame show, Chaz Rollins nearly had a double-double the other night in just 11 minutes. 10 points, 9 rebounds in 11 minutes for Chaz Rollins, who is as productive as you can be out on the floor. Kyle Stankowski and Mike Fisher come in to the game for Michigan Tech. Stankowski 6'9", 210. Senior forward from Mosney, Wisconsin. Mike Fisher, 6'7", junior forward from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Rollins gives Reiskamp a screen. Reiskamp to the right side, up top to Carbajal. Ricky into the paint, out to West. West back to Carbajal. Back to West, 12 on the clock. Hayes with it. Hayes to Reiskamp, left side. Reiskamp gets a screen. Drives in, over to Carbajal. Baseline jumpers up. Oh, halfway down and pops back out. Goes over to Gregory. Gregory dribbles up the floor to the left sideline. Over to Fisher. Fisher to Heath. Heath in the paint, puts up a shot off the glass. It's no good. Carbajal was able to bring it down. Nearly knocked away by Fisher, but Carbajal stayed with it. Hayes now up the floor, into the paint, little floater, shot's no good. Rollins tips it up, no good. Gets his own rebound, no good. Gets his own rebound again, that's no good. And it goes out of bounds off of Michigan Tech. Chaz Rollins just rebounding everything in sight, even if it's his own miss. He'll come out of the game. Justin Greason will check in. Greason is 6'10", freshman center from Shelby Township, Michigan. 16:35 to play. Carbajal with it. On the GLIAC logo, near the baseline on the right side. Gets into the middle of the paint, goes up, and draws the foul. It might be on Stankowski. We'll see who they credit it to. They do give it to Kyle Stankowski, who stood there with his arms up saying, hey, this is what I did, but referees called him for the foul. Carbajal will go to the free throw line. On the year, it's about 80%. He makes the first free throw there. Bistream conquering the web, one site at a time. Zach West comes out. Darren Kapuska checks in, a 5'9" senior guard from Grand Rapids, Northview. As Carbajal's second free throw is no good. 3-2 Lakers lead, 16:25 to play. As Gordon dribbles across the timeline. Over the left wing to Heath. Heath down to Stankowski. It's knocked away from behind by Greason. Head coach Rick Wesley wanted Stankowski whistled for a foul as he wrapped his arm around Greason to gain position. Trevin Alexander checks in for Ricky Carbajal. Alexander, the 6'5" junior forward from Benton Harbor. Gordon gets it in to Monroe. Monroe up to Heath and over to Gregory. Lakers in their zone defense here. Stankowski in the middle. Catches it at the free throw line, puts up the jumper and scores. Kyle Stankowski puts Michigan Tech on top, 4-3. Hayes to Alexander. Up to Kapuska. Kapuska to Reiskamp. Luke drives into the paint, goes up and scores with the right hand off the glass. Nice finish there by Luke. It's 5-4. Just over 4 minutes into this first half. Monroe, left wing, lefty on the right wing, over to Heath. Heath sees Gregory down low, gets it to him, ball's knocked away, he ends up with it. Back to Monroe. Monroe, ball's knocked away by Alexander, and over to Gregory. Only 4 on the clock. Gregory comes off the screen, finds Monroe, he cuts to the hoop, and scores with the left hand. Lakers nearly got the got the bucket. Or, I'm sorry, got the stop defensively before Michigan Tech got the bucket. Kapuska was knocked over on that screen. Michigan Tech's back up 6-5. Alexander, right wing for three. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Gregory. Gregory to Gordon. Dribbles up the floor over to the left side to Heath. Heath comes off the screen from Monroe. Now Monroe with it. Fakes, drives, kicks it back to Stankowski. Ball knocked away, nearly stolen by Kapuska. Now the ball in the corner to Gordon. Gordon to Stankowski, puts it on the floor, and that foul is going to be on Justin Greason. That should be Greason's second foul. And it'll take us to our first media timeout. 14:34 to play. 6-5 Michigan Tech. Listen to Laker basketball right here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Including a washer and dryer. Meadows Crossing, the place to be.
15 seconds.
Okay.
5 seconds. Rejoin, liner, and get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
14:34 to play here in the first half. Michigan Tech 6, Grand Valley State 5. DJ Foster sitting courtside with you. A good crowd here inside the Fieldhouse Arena. It's a blackout. So the Lakers wearing their alternate black uniforms. They look sharp. Black and white uniforms. Michigan Tech wearing gold and black. Monroe saves the ball before going out of bounds over to Miles Sy into the game for Michigan Tech for the first time. 6'2" freshman guard from Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin. Stankowski to Gregory, over to Monroe. His jumper from the left baseline is no good. It's knocked away, rebounded by Hayes. Hayes out to Kapuska. Kapuska cross-court pass to Reiskamp. Over to Hayes. Hayes to Alexander. Comes off the screen, back to Alexander. Trevin picks up his dribble, has kicked it back out to Kapuska. Over to Hayes. Hayes crosses over on side, gets in the paint, goes up and scores. Aaron Hayes, that's his specialty. He can get in the paint pretty much anytime he wants. And he scores his first basket of the game here. The Lakers back in front, 7-6. Sy, top of the key, looks over to Gordon, left wing. Gordon to Monroe, over to Gregory. Gregory, right side, being defended by Kapuska. Gregory to Monroe, left wing. Monroe drives baseline, and he's bumped out of bounds by Trevin Alexander. So Kyle Monroe draws the foul. As Zach West and Ricky Carbajal check back in for the Lakers for Reiskamp and Alexander. The foul on Trevin was his first, third on the Lakers as a team. So Michigan Tech brings Brian Heath and Luke Heller back into the game for Stankowski and Gregory. Gordon gets it inbounds back to Heller near midcourt. Over to Heath. Heath to Sy. Lakers in their 2-3 zone defense. Heath's going to pull up for three. Shot's no good. And rebounded by Rollins. Rollins and Carbajal both went up to grab it, and both of them pulled their arms away and nearly bounced off Rollins out of bounds. But the Lakers get the basketball. West comes off the screen to Kapuska. Fakes the three. Over to Carbajal. Hayes goes off a screen from Carbajal, drives in, ball knocked away, he gets it back. Kapuska to Hayes, down low to Rollins. Chaz in the paint, goes up and scores easily on Kyle Monroe. Again, when it's one-on-one, Rollins on Monroe, Chaz is going to win that a good percentage of the time. He already has 4 points to go along with 4 rebounds. Sy to Monroe, over to Heath. Heath drives in, pulls it back out, bad pass They tried to go back to Dylan Gordon and threw it out of bounds right near midcourt. 9-6. Grand Valley State on top. 12:32 to go. Kapuska is going to inbound it right at the scorer's table near midcourt. Gets it into Aaron Hayes. Hayes hands it off to Kapuska, top of the key. Over to Zach West. West back to Kapuska. And over to Hayes on the right wing now. Hayes back to Carbajal. Fakes the three. Behind the back dribble on Heller. Over to Kapuska. DK's going to put up the three. Shot is no good from the left wing. It's rebounded on the weak side by Heath. Heath to Gordon. Gordon back to Heath. Over to the left wing to Monroe. Monroe to Sy. Get down to Monroe over the right side, trying to post up on Carbajal. He drives at him, goes up and under. Shot is no good, too strong. Rebounded by Rollins. Hayes out to Kapuska in transition. DK drives, leaves it for West in the corner for three. That's in! 3-ball corner pocket. Beautiful pass by Kapuska to West. The Lakers doubling up Michigan Tech now. 12-6. Kapuska made the pass right before he fell out of bounds, and it was right on the money. So was Zach West's triple try. Sy, top of the key to Gordon. He's going to put up the three. Ugly looking shot, no good. Rebounded by Heath. Heath comes off a screen from Heller. Looks over to Gordon. Down to 1 on the shot clock. Monroe puts it up right at the buzzer. The shot was no good. Kapuska the rebound because the initial shot was airballed. And the Lakers trying to throw it down court quickly. Kapuska did, and Monroe went up and touched it before it went out of bounds. Lakers got away with one there as Kapuska's pass was too high for Carbajal in transition. Trevin Alexander checks in for Chaz Rollins. Alec Marty comes in for Aaron Hayes. Marty, the 6'2 freshman guard from Midland. As Jeff Gregory comes back in, Jason Hawk in as well, 6'5 junior forward from London, Ontario for the Huskies. Kyle Stankowski gets back out there as well. Carbajal near the low left block, trying to work on Heller. Spins in the paint, goes up. There's some contact there, no foul called. And the rebound goes out to Jason Hawk. Gregory up the floor to Heath. Heath down to Heller. Near the right block, spins on Carbajal, goes up. Carbajal said, I had my hands up, but they whistled the foul on Ricky Carbajal. So he got him with the body, so Luke Heller will go to the free throw line. He's only a 59% free throw shooter. So it's probably a good foul on Carbajal's part, presuming that Heller misses a free throw here, which he makes the first. BizStream, conquering the web, one site at a time. 12-7 Lakers lead with 10:35 to play. Heller's second free throw is short. Ball's on the floor, and they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Kyle Stankowski, the big center for Michigan Tech. His second foul. So he will come out as A.J. Grzoulis checks into the game for the Huskies. 6'6 sophomore forward from Marquette, Michigan. Brother of former Laker women's basketball player, Dinah Grzoulis. Left wing, Zach West with it. Lakers lead by 5. Carbajal working on Grzoulis right away. Ricky into the paint, stops, goes up, ball slapped away from behind. But it's going to be a foul on the reach-in on Jeff Gregory. Oh, they call Grzoulis for the foul. And Carbajal, they're going to say, was in the act of shooting. So Carbajal at the stripe for 2. All right. Lakers may have got away with one there. Carbajal entered the game 82% free throw shooter, 81.8 to be exact, and he makes the first. 2 for 3 at the line right now for Carbajal, the newest member of the 1,000 point club. He's the 33rd member, is what I'm trying to say, of the 1,000 point club here at Grand Valley State. Did so against Findlay a couple of weeks ago. Carbajal misses the second free throw. It's rebounded by Grzoulis. Grzoulis on the left wing with it. Looks over to Gregory. Gregory to Heath in the corner for 3. Shot is no good. And Grzoulis had his hands on it. And he was fouled by Zach West. Both teams have been whistled for 5 fouls here. That'll take us to the second media timeout of this first half. 9:59 to play. It's 13-7. Grand Valley State on top. You're listening to Laker basketball on the Grand Valley Sports Network, presented by Fox Motors. Only the best.
Seconds.
Okay.
Rejoin music. Liner. And get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
9:59 to play here in the first half. Grand Valley State leads Michigan Tech 13-7 inside the Fieldhouse Arena. DJ Foster here with you sitting courtside. As Jason Hawk's going to inbound for Michigan Tech. Gets it into Heath. Cross court back to Hawk on the left corner. Lakers in a 2-3 zone. Hawk to Monroe. Back to Hawk. Ball over to Gregory. And back to Hawk on the left wing. Goes up for 3 and scores. Jason Hawk averaging 1.7 points per game. That's his third made three-pointer on the year. He's now 3 for 16. So the Lakers did a good job of forcing him to be the one to shoot it. And he did, and he hit it. Kapuska gets the handoff over to Marty in the corner. Finds West in the corner. Puts up the 3. That's good. Zach West from downtown. It's 16-10. West with a couple of three-pointers here. The Laker lead is back to 6, 16-10. Monroe, top of the key to Hawk. Hawk to Heath. They're trying to get down to Grzoulis. They can't. Carbajal picks the pocket of Kyle Monroe. Marty up the floor. Over to Carbajal. Carbajal hands it to Kapuska. To Marty in the right corner. Looking down to Alexander. Can't get it to him. Back up top to Kapuska. Marty, right corner. Drives baseline. Back to West. West is going to put up the 3 again. That's good! Zach West from downtown. The freshman with 3 three-pointers. The lead is out to 9. 19-10. 9-point lead. 9 points for Zach West. Heath, top of the key. Over in the left corner to Gregory. He puts up the 3. That's an air ball. Rebounded by Grzoulis. But knocked away, and Kapuska ends up with it. Kapuska stops. Over to Marty. Marty to West in the corner for 3. Oh, he airballed it. That was a heat check by West, but if he would have hit that, this place would have went wild. 7:55 to go. It's 19-10. Right side is Heath. Drives into the paint and is fouled by Kapuska. Foul on Kapuska's his first, team's 6th. As Luke Heller and Dylan Gordon check back in for Michigan Tech, Chaz Rollins comes in for Ricky Carbajal for the Lakers. 7:47 to play. It's 19-10. Heller gets it into Monroe, who nearly loses his dribble, but's able to get it over to Gordon on the right side. 2-3 zone for the Lakers here. Up top to Gordon, over to Hawk. They're moving this ball, Michigan Tech is, into the corner to Gregory. His 3 is up. It's no good. Rollins another rebound. Chaz with 7 boards already in this one. 19-10 Laker lead. Marty hands it off to West. West comes off the screen to Reiskamp on the left wing. Marty up top, comes off the screen from Alexander. Back to Trevin, over to Reiskamp. Luke catches it, into the paint, ball slapped away Jason Hawk is going to whistle for the foul. He didn't agree with it. The foul is on him. His first, team 6. Both teams have been whistled for 6 fouls as Aaron Hayes comes in for Alec Marty. 19-10. Grand Valley State leads by 9. Alexander gets the inbounds pass. Over to Hayes. Hayes down to Rollins. Chaz spins on Heller. Throws it down to Alexander, who tried to save it before going out of bounds, and it's knocked away, stolen by Gregory. Heller up the left wing. Oh, Rollins picks his pocket. Chaz is going to be out in front. Gets in there, goes up with the left hand. Shot is no good, and it's rebounded by Heller. Michigan Tech driving on the other end with Hawk. To Gregory, right back to Hawk. Hawk. Gregory, they're moving the ball around the left wing to Gordon. Hawk, top of the key, drives on Alexander. Behind the back dribble is almost stolen by Alexander, but he gets it back. 5 on the clock. Gregory with it, spins on West. 2 on the clock, 1. Monroe doesn't know it, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Great stop defensively there by the Lakers. 6:16 to go, forcing the turnover. As Deshaun Lewis will check in for Zach West for the Lakers. Deshaun is the 6'4" freshman guard from Sterling Heights, Michigan. Hayes crosses the GV logo at midcourt. Lakers leading by 9. Down to Rollins. Here the right block. He spins on Heller, goes up and is fouled on his way up. Monroe got a block. Blocked the shot, but I think the foul's going to be on Heller. It is on Heller, his second. So Chaz Rollins will go to the free throw line. Chaz on the year, 62% free throw shooter. Rollins, one of the best rebounders in the league. Has 7 boards already in this one, but misses his first free throw. Kyle Stankowski's going to check in for Luke Heller. And Brian Heath is going to come back in for Michigan Tech for Jason Hawk. Grand Valley State University, educating students to shape their lives, their professions, and their societies. Rollins' second free throw is good. 10-point lead, 20-10. Grand Valley State leads as Trevin Alexander comes out. Ricky Carbajal checks back in. Full court pressure coming from the Lakers here. Hayes is going to pressure Dylan Gordon. Gets it across midcourt. Gordon over to Heath, left wing. Heath being defended by Carbajal. They get it down to Monroe, baseline. Cross-court pass, now Gordon's open in the corner. Down to Stankowski, he goes up and scores. Carbajal nearly got a finger on it. But Stankowski scores to make it 20-12. 5.5 minutes to go. Lewis in the baseline, comes off a Carbajal screen. Cross-court pass to Hayes. Hayes, right wing, gets into the paint, goes up with the left hand, and he can't get it to go, but he's fouled. So Aaron Hayes will go to the free throw line for the Lakers. On the year, Hayes is a 70% free throw shooter, was 10 for 11 last week at Malone, 1 week ago from today. And his first free throw is up and good. That was when he had a career-high 21 points. Did Aaron Hayes. 21-12, Lakers lead by 9 with 5:22 to play. Hayes' second free throw is up and good. Derek Kabuska is going to check in for the Lakers. He comes in. Comes in for Luke Reiskamp, who just checks out. Full court pressure again coming from the Lakers. It's Hayes, Lewis, Carbajal, Kapuska, and Rollins on the floor. But Tech gets it over pretty easily with Jeff Gregory up the right sideline. His pocket nearly picked by Lewis. It's knocked out of bounds off Deshaun Lewis. It'll stay Husky ball. Gordon inbounding right in front of me. Aaron Hayes jumping in his face. And he gets it over in the backcourt to Monroe. Monroe over to Gordon. Gordon to Heath. Heath gets to the baseline and pulls it back out to Monroe. Monroe fakes the 3, over to Heath. Heath tries to drive, 3 on the clock, 2, 1. Monroe sees it at the last second, throws it up. It's rebounded by Kapuska. Another good stop defensively by the Lakers. Kapuska to Carbajal. In transition, he puts up the three. It's no good. Rebounded by Monroe. 4:35 to play. Gordon with it. Over to Stankowski. He drives. May have traveled. Out to Monroe. Three is no good. Carbajal comes flying in for the board. Up to Kapuska, who walks it across midcourt. 4:20 to play. It's a 10-point Laker lead. 22-12. Hayes, right wing. Behind the back to Carbajal. Over to Lewis. Lewis to Kapuska. DK finds Rollins at the pocket pass. His shot is blocked by Stankowski, though. It was a great feed by Kapuska. Now Hayes nearly gets a steal, and he's going to try and get it before it goes out of bounds. It'll be off Aaron Hayes and out of bounds. When we come back from this final media timeout of this first half, it'll be Michigan Tech ball. But the Lakers lead 22-12. We're listening to GVSU basketball right here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
All they got to do is run down the court back and make a bucket. But the trick is, they're going to be wearing donuts. All right, take your time down here. There we go, little hustle. All right, donuts. Are you ready? Get set. Go! Big race so far. It looks like Mason Believer is down in the bucket. Only time for the and Sean with the left shot. Gets it. Congratulations, Sean. You smoked up. When it doesn't, Krispy Kreme donuts, you are all winner today.
Seconds.
Okay.
Rejoin. Liner. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
3:58 to play here in the first half. Grand Valley State leads 22-12 over Michigan Tech inside the Fieldhouse Arena here in Allendale, Michigan. Michigan Tech ball with 17 on the clock. They got it right back in the middle of the possession. Gordon comes off a screen from Hawk. Ball stolen by Hayes. Hayes up the floor, gets in the paint, scores, and he's fouled by Gordon. Aaron Hayes nearly had the steal before we went to the break. He ends up getting it here, scoring, and is fouled. And Aaron Hayes now with 6 points. Have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play as Miles Side checks in for Gordon, who picked up his second foul there. 9 fouls on Michigan Tech, so Lakers are almost in the double bonus. Hayes will have one shot here. It's up, it's good. So 25-12 as Chaz Rollins comes in for Ricky Carbajal. Rollins already with 5 points and 7 rebounds in just 11 minutes. As Michigan Tech gets it in the side, brings it up the floor. Lakers fall back to man-to-man defense after a little full-court pressure. Over to Monroe, right wing. Monroe to Gregory. They swing it around to Hawk. Hawk loses it. Might have been tipped by the Lakers, but Monroe with it. 10 on the clock. Monroe drives, the lefty, stops, puts his head down. Alexander knocks the ball away and gets the steal. Monroe wanted a foul, but he initiated that contact there. Hayes drives out to Lewis. Corner three. No good. Rebounded by Hawk. Great feed by Hayes there. As Hawk back to Monroe. Over to Gregory. Gregory to Sy. Top of the key for three. Shot is no good. Lewis the rebound. Lewis tries to look up floor to Alexander. Couldn't find the angle, so flips it back to Kapuska. DK standing on the GV logo at midcourt. Lakers leading 25-12. Biggest lead of the ball game. As Hayes gets it over to Lewis. Lewis fakes the pull-up, back to Hayes. Hayes, oh, good move on side, but they're going to whistle for a travel. Maybe that's why the move was so good. Carbajal comes back into the game for Trevin Alexander with 2:40 to play. Justin Greason picked up 2 quick fouls in the first half, so his minutes are probably limited here for the remainder of this first half. So it's a 3-headed rotation with Carbajal, Rollins, and Alexander at the forward and center spot. Sy gets it across midcourt, 2:30 to play. It's 25-12 Lakers. Monroe with it. Over to Sy. Sy drives, spins, shot is blocked by Rollins, but I think they're going to get Lewis on the body. They call Rollins for the foul, which I don't think that's correct, but Chaz got all ball. But Lewis looks like he may have bumped him. Maybe they just incorrectly placed it on Rollins. Sy at the free throw line. He'll have 2 shots. Foul on Rollins was just his first, the team's 7th, as Sy misses the first. Miles Miller checks into the game for the Lakers, comes in for Aaron Hayes. Miles, the 5'8" sophomore guard from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Ottawa Hills High School product. Sy's second free throw is also no good. Rollins gets the rebound. So Lakers, nothing bad happens there after that foul on Rollins. Chaz picks up his 8th rebound already. Carbajal, left wing, to Kapuska. DK fakes the 3, drives, tries to kick it over to Carbajal, and it's knocked away and stolen by Gregory. Sy up the left sideline, and he's going to call a timeout for the Huskies. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it right here. Michigan Tech came into this game with their 2 leading scorers, both freshmen. Kyle Monroe averaging 17.8 points per game. Brian Heath with 13.8 points per game. In this one, Monroe has 2 points. Brian Heath has 0 points. Those two are combined 1 for 10 from the field and 0 for 5 from 3-point range. So the Lakers doing a great job on the 2 leading scorers for Michigan Tech. Right now, their leading scorer in the ballgame is Kyle Stankowski with 4 points off the bench. West leads all scorers, Zach West that is, for the Lakers with 9 points. Chaz Rollins has 5, Aaron Hayes with 7. 25-12, Lakers on top, looking to move to 8-3 here at home this season. Michigan Tech is just 1-5 on the road this season. Ball inbounded, we're under 2 minutes. As on the right wing is Monroe. Working on Carbajal, over to Heath. Heath drives on Miller, gets in the paint, stops, goes up, and he is fouled. I think this one actually, I thought that one was on Rollins, and they give it to Miles Miller. So Chaz is actually now at his right amount of fouls, which is 1. Because I think he fouled him on this one, but not the other one. But he got called for the other one and not this one. First free throw is up and good for Brian Heath, who is a 90% free throw shooter. So those are pretty much automatic as Zach West checks in for Deshaun Lewis. PNC Bank for the achiever in you. Second free throw is up and good for Heath. Carbajal into Miller. It's 25-14 Lakers. So Miller gets it across the timeline over to Rollins. Rollins to Kapuska. Over to West in the corner. Back to Kapuska near the top of the key. To Rollins. Chaz into the paint. Gets some contact. Goes up. Scores. And he's fouled. Chaz Rollins with the bucket. He'll have a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play here with the and 1. 7 points for Rollins. Again, to go along with his 8 rebounds. Chaz is clearly on his way to a double-double if he keeps this up. Fallon Hawk was his second. Rollins makes the and 1. Jevin Alexander will come in for Chaz Rollins. Luke Reiskamp comes in for Miles Miller. It's 28-14 Lakers, 1:27 to play. Ball's inbounded to Kyle Monroe. Gets up the floor, into the paint, stops. To Heath in the corner. Heath comes off a screen. Gets to the right elbow, gets some contact on Reiskamp and draws the foul. So Heath will head back to the line. That first foul is that foul on Reiskamp is his first. Team's 9th, so both teams basically now in the double bonus. And again, Heath, a very good free throw shooter. And he misses the first. He was 45 of 50 coming into this game. He's now 2 for 3. as Stankowski comes out. And Mike Fisher checks in for the Huskies. I'm sorry, Jason Hawk comes out. And Fisher comes back in. Heath makes the free throw. It's 28-15. Kapuska crosses midcourt with 70 seconds remaining here in the first half. And away from the ball, Luke Reiskamp is knocked in the head by Gregory. Reiskamp was going along the baseline, and I think he was faking to go to the right, came back left, and Gregory was waiting right there for him and just got him with a little bit of a clothesline. Nothing intentional. As Luke Reiskamp goes to the free throw line. First free throw for Luke is up and a little strong. Reiskamp, a 77% free throw shooter. The team's leading scorer at 14.5 points per game. Luke has taken one field goal today. He made it, and he just made that free throw. So he's got 3 points. It's 29-15 now with 1:05 to go. Lakers have a 14-point lead, and their leading scorer, Luke Reiskamp, has just 3 points. It's a good sign for the second half. Gregory, top of the key, over to Heath, comes off the screen. His three is no good. A bad miss. Carbajal grabs the rebound. Over to Kapuska, gets it across midcourt. 42 seconds remaining here in the first half. West, top of the key, to Kapuska, left wing. DK trying to direct traffic. 12 on the shot clock. Kapuska pulls it back up near midcourt, back to the left wing. Comes off a screen from Carbajal. DK drives. Nice pass to Carbajal, backdoor. 2 on the clock. Out to Kapuska. Puts up the three. Shot is no good. Alexander checks it down over to Carbajal. And the Lakers can hold for a new possession. And Carbajal throws it away. Monroe grabbed it as Carbajal tried to get it back up to the top. Hope that doesn't cost the Lakers here. Monroe, top of the keys. 4 seconds left. Gets in the paint. And an offensive foul on Kyle Monroe runs over Reiskamp. So the Lakers caught a break there as Carbajal just unfortunately threw the earlier pass away. The Lakers get a stop. 3 seconds remaining. As Lakers going to have to get it up the floor quickly. 3.0 on the clock. Reiskamp's going to inbound. Looks like to Kapuska. Gets it to DK. Gets to midcourt, and he gets it across and calls timeout. So there's 0.9 on the clock. We'll see if they add maybe a little bit more. Maybe 1.2, 1.5, something like that. But either way, Lakers will have right around a full second to get a shot off here as they call the 30-second timeout. It's 29-15, Grand Valley State on top. We'll see if they put any time on the clock. It doesn't look like they're doing so yet. Sure, stay tuned for the halftime report presented by Northwestern Mutual. We'll recap this first half of action. Looks like that's what it's going to stay at. 0.9. Reiskamp, Kapuska, West, Alexander, Carbajal come out. Carbajal's going to inbound right in front of the scorer's table next to Michigan Tech's bench. They try a quick lob to Stankowski, tried to lob pass, and Stankowski knocks it away and out of bounds. That'll be the end of the first half. Lakers lead 29-15. A really nice defensive effort from Grand Valley State in these opening 20 minutes. And they go to the break with a 14-point cushion. Coming back for the halftime report presented by Northwestern Mutual. You're listening to Laker basketball right here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
All right, I got 5 highlights.
Okay.
2 of them are West. Both of them are him shooting some really awesome three-pointers. 10 seconds. All right, we got rejoin music.
Okay, sorry.
Liner. And get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
Back here for the second half of action between Grand Valley State and Michigan Tech. The Huskies trailing by 14. They have the basketball moving right to left in this second half. As Brian Heath over the left wing to Dylan Gordon. His three-pointer is no good, off to the side. Not a very good-looking shot as Aaron Hayes gets it over to Ricky Carbajal, hits him in the shoulder. Carbajal wasn't expecting the pass. Rieskamp to West, over to Rollins. Hayes drives to the baseline, gets in the paint, shot is up, it's no good. Rebounded by Monroe. Monroe up the floor, Gordon with it now. Over to Heller. Heller to Gordon, over to the right side to Gregory. Gregory down into Heller, working on Rollins, goes up and scores. Luke Heller now with a team-high 5 points. Yes, you heard that right. 5 points, the team-high for Michigan Tech right now. Is Carbajal with it. Tries on Heller, goes up and under, and finishes with the left hand. Ricky Carbajal gets those two right back. Carbajal with 4 points and 5 rebounds in this one. The Laker leads 31-17. Heath to Monroe. Monroe back to Heath on the left side. Nearly has his pocket picked and has a pass nearly stolen by Hayes. Gordon back to Heath. Top of the key, 4 on the clock. To Heller. Heller drives, goes up, shot is no good. Rieskamp grabs the rebound. Rieskamp stepped in there and nearly took a charge too. Luke over to AJ. Hayes on the right wing for 3. That shot is off the side of the rim, no good. And out of bounds. 18-14 to play here in the second half. It's 31-17 Lakers. Dylan Gordon along the baseline for the for Michigan Tech, inbounding it. Gets it into Gregory and right back. Gordon up the middle of the floor. It's over to the right wing to Heath. Heath to Monroe, down to Heller, and knocked away from behind by Rollins, stolen by Rieskamp. Rieskamp up the top of the floor. The right sideline, now to Rollins. To Hayes. Hayes faked it to West. Now back to Carbajal. Carbajal to West, left wing. West drives, little floater, shot's no good. Rollins, the rebound, goes back up with it, no good. Gets his own rebound again and goes back up with it. It actually goes out of bounds. It'll stay Laker basketball after a couple of rebounds for Rollins. He's up to 10 boards now. So with his next basket, Chaz Rollins will have a double-double. Carbajal down to Rieskamp on the inbound. Shot's no good. Rollins the rebound. Goes back up, and he is fouled on the way up. So Chaz Rollins will go to the free throw line for a chance to get to a double-double. He was fouled by Kyle Stankowski, who checked in right before that last inbound. Came in for Luke Heller. So Rollins at the stripe. Free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Chaz with 8 points and 11 rebounds here. Go in comfort, go in style, and go green. Go with Cardinal Buses. Rollins' second free throw is good. 32-17, 17:33 to go. Gregory up the middle of the floor. Now over to the left sideline. Gets it to Monroe, left wing. Monroe up top to Heath, down to Stankowski. He catches it, goes up, shot is no good. He was point blank and just missed it. Hayes up the floor now. He gets into the paint, flies in there, shot's no good. Rollins the rebound, and he gets fouled on his way back up. I don't know if that's going to be on Stankowski, who was frustrated he missed that first shot on the other end. It's going to be on Jeff Gregory, his second foul. So Rollins now with 12 rebounds to go with his 9 points. 2 shots here for Chaz. First one's up and good. Chaz's season high is 14 rebounds, which he did at Walsh. back on January 7th. His 18 rebounds are a career high against Walsh 2 years ago in January 9th, 2014. So both of those numbers in play here in this one as Chaz hits both free throws. Trevin Alexander's going to check in for Chaz Rollins. Darren Kapuska is going to come in for Aaron Hayes. The Laker lead is 34-17. Michigan Tech has had just a 1-point lead in this one. Their biggest lead of the ball game. That was Northern Michigan's biggest lead of the ball game on Thursday night. So Grand Valley State has pretty much been in control all weekend here at home. Heath with it to the top of the key. Backdoor pass to Gregory, nearly goes out of bounds, and it does. Bad pass there, goes out of bounds. Heath, the freshman, looks over to Gregory, the junior, kind of says, my bad. You can tell the Lakers are all over Heath and Monroe, two freshmen who are going to be good players. They already are. Monroe averaging 17.8 points a game, Heath averaging 13.8. But in this one, they've combined for just 2. Rieskamp drives in and is fouled by Gregory. So Rieskamp will go to the free throw line. So Luke to the stripe. Where he is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Just 3 points for Luke, but Rollins has picked up the scoring punch with 11 points and 12 rebounds. Rieskamp apparently said he wasn't shooting, so they changed that to a foul on the ground. Rieskamp in the corner with it, drives into the paint, spins, goes up, shot's no good, tries to tip it up, no good, tries to tip it up again. It's rebounded by Heller. Heller out to Gregory, to Monroe. Left wing, fakes the 3. Over to Sy. Miles Sy back into the game. Ball down low to Monroe, and West reaches around to grab to get the steal, and is going to be whistled for the foul. Second foul on West. First foul on the Lakers here in the second half. 16 minutes and some change remaining. It's 34-17 Lakers. Inbounds to Heller near midcourt. Back to Heath. Heath to Sy. Heath tries to throw it down to Heller. Throws off his foot. He's able to get it back. 2-3 zone for the Lakers here. Heller down to Monroe in the paint. Goes up and scores with the left hand. Kyle Monroe now with 4 points, but he has 5 turnovers. As Kapuska gets it across the timeline. 34-19 Grand Valley State. Alexander hands it off to Rieskamp. Hands it off to West in the corner. Back to Carbajal. Carbajal to Kapuska. Tries to work away from a screen from Alexander. He does, drives in. Kapuska in the corner to Rieskamp for 3. That's good! Perfect ball movement there from Kapuska to Rieskamp. And Luke hits the 3-pointer. He's got 6 points. The Laker lead is out to 18. Monroe, left side. Pass over to Gregory. Over to Sy. Sy down low to Heller. He goes up, ball maybe blocked by Alexander. They're going to say it's off of Luke Heller. Out of bounds, Laker basketball. Chaz Rollins comes in for Ricky Carbajal. Alec Marty comes in for Zach West. It's 37-19, 15 minutes exactly left in this one. Kapuska brings it up the floor, off the screen from Alexander. And the pass stolen by Monroe. Monroe goes up, and he is fouled hard by Alexander and misses the shot, but he will go to the free throw line when we come back from this media timeout. 14:50 to go. It's 37-19 Lakers. Listen to GVSU basketball right here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
seconds. Rejoin music. Liner, get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
37-19, Grand Valley State leads Michigan Tech. DJ Foster sitting courtside as Lakers on top with 14:50 to go. Grand Valley State has been in control for most of this one. Michigan Tech's biggest lead has just been 1 point, and that was back just about 4 minutes into the game. As Monroe's first free throw is no good. Monroe just a 66% free throw shooter. He's really good everywhere else. Second free throw is good. So Monroe now with just 5 points. Remember, he averages 17.8 per game. And now he gets another steal as Marty tried to get it to Alexander on the wing and couldn't get it. Monroe reached in there twice as Kapuska and Marty have both had their last passes to Trevin Alexander intercepted. Both of them were by Monroe. Sy gets it into Heller. Lakers go to zone defense here with Marty and Kapuska at the top. Alexander, Rollins, and Reiskamp down low. Sy with it. Top of the key. Over the left side to Gregory. Now the right wing to Heath. Heath gets to the baseline, stops over to Heller. Heller to Monroe, and he goes up and scores. Monroe kind of just camped out along the baseline, and he went up and under with it and scored. 37-22 now. There's Rollins on the right wing. Over to Kapuska. DK fakes the three. Back to Reiskamp. Marty now with it. Left wing drives into the paint to Kapuska. Going to put up the three. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Heller. Sy up the right sideline in the paint. And is fouled as he gets into the paint. Miles Sy will go to the free throw line. I think the foul might be on Rollins. No, it's on Kapuska. Rollins came in there after the play, wasn't sure who they got it on. Miles Sy at the free throw line. He's 3 for 6 at the line this season. 13:51 to play. Sy's first free throw is up and good. 4 new Lakers checking in. Ricky Carbajal, Aaron Hayes, Zach West, and Deshaun Lewis. As Rollins will stay on the floor. Go in comfort, go in style, and go green. Go with Cardinal buses. (37-23). Lakers on top. Sy's second free throw is no good. They call a lane violation. I'm not sure on who. They say it was on Chaz Rollins. So Sy missed the free throw. He'll have an extra shot at it here as Kyle Stankowski checks in for the Huskies. Sy's free throw is good. So free point there for Michigan Tech as Lewis gets the ball into Aaron Hayes. Hayes over to the left sideline. Comes off a screen from Carbajal. Hayes to West, left wing. Over to Lewis. Lewis to Rollins. Working on Stankowski. Drives right at him. Goes up. Shot is no good. Gets his own rebound. Back up with it. No. Lewis tips it up. No. Rollins, I think, tipped it up again, and then it was finally rebounded by Luke Heller for Michigan Tech. Now the three from the right wing from Brian Heath is good. Heath with his first made field goal. He had just scored from the free throw line. He's got 6 points now. And just like that, the lead is down to 10, 37-27. 8 straight points for Michigan Tech here. Lewis to Carbajal. To Hayes. AJ drives, little floater off the glass is up and good. Aaron Hayes gets the shot to go down. He's got 9 points. The lead's back out to 12. Heller over to Heath. Going to put up a three from the left wing. That shot's no good. Rebounded by Heller. Out to Monroe. Monroe drives to the baseline. Kicks it back out to Stankowski. He puts up the three. That shot's no good. Another rebound, though, for Tech. Out to Monroe. His three is up, no good. Stankowski, another rebound. 3 straight offensive rebounds for Michigan Tech here. Keep this possession alive, and Heller drives at Lewis and is fouled. Michigan Tech has a pretty nice following here from being 9 hours south of their hometown of Houghton, Michigan. There's a good turnout here this afternoon. The referees are telling Heath to tuck his jersey in, I guess. 12:16 to play. Hayes nearly steals the inbounds pass. Heath catches it, gets in the paint, little floaters, airballed. But it's rebounded again by Heller, and he goes back up with it and scores, and he's fouled. 5 shots on that possession for Michigan Tech, and they finally scored. Nobody at Grand Valley State could get a rebound, as Heller will go to the free throw line. He's got 7 points and 7 rebounds. And the free throw's good. So just like that, it's back to single digits, 39-30. As Hayes gets it across midcourt, over to Rollins, left side. Rollins to Deshaun Lewis. Lewis into the paint, gets in there, goes off the glass and scores. Took a shot from Heath, no foul called. As Aaron Hayes gets knocked over in the backcourt. They lob it under to Heller. Over to Stankowski. He goes up. Shot's no good. It's knocked out of bounds. Aaron Hayes took a screen from Luke Heller. And hit the ground. Aaron Hayes will come out of the game. Darren Kapuska checks in. Hayes got knocked to the ground. Is not happy that either the foul wasn't called or the screen wasn't called out by one of his teammates. Heath, left wing for 3. Shot is up and good. 41-33. Michigan Tech not going away. Kapuska over to West in the corner. West to Deshaun Lewis in the paint. Tries to leave it for Rollins. It's tipped out of bounds. It's off Rollins' hands. Turnover on the Lakers. 11:23 to play. It's 41-33 Grand Valley State. Michigan Tech was down by as many as 18. It's an 8-point game now. Heller to side. Over to Heath. Step back jumper is up. Shot is no good. Rollins had the rebound and lost it. Out of bounds. Michigan Tech ball. Luke Reiskamp and Trevin Alexander check in for Rollins and Lewis, while Gregory comes back in for Michigan Tech. He's going to inbound along the baseline. Lobs it into midcourt to Heller. Heller over to Heath. Lakers in their zone defense here. Stankowski in the paint, puts up an ugly shot off the glass and scores. Reiskamp up the right wing with it, over to Alexander. West on the left side. West drives, over to Carbajal. To Kapuska, to Reiskamp. Left wing for 3, shot is no good. And it's rebounded by Heath. Tech has cut this score down to 6. Monroe into the paint, out to Heller. Heller drives, spins, nearly loses it. It's on the floor again. It's on the floor and West gets it. I think Alexander knocked it away. Kapuska drives. Over to Reiskamp. Luke goes up, gets some contact, scores. And a nice feed from Kapuska. It's 43-35 now. As Gregory gets it over on the left wing to Monroe. Monroe drives it. Reiskamp uses the off arm. No foul called. Gregory in the right corner. Up to Heath. Back to Monroe, left side. Down to Stankowski. In the paint, goes up and scores. Kyle Stankowski averaging 6 points per game. He got 8 in this one. And it's back down to a 6-point game. It's just 18 points earlier in the second half. 43-37. Kapuska to Alexander. Pick and roll over to Carbajal. Ricky goes up. Contact there. Stankowski the rebound. And they're going to call a jump ball. They're going to call a foul on Carbajal. We'll go to the media timeout now. We need a break in action here. 9:31 to go. It's 43-37. Grand Valley State on top. Listen to GVSU basketball on the Grand Valley Sports Network, presented by Fox Motors. Only the best.
60 seconds is up. It's just us. You're going to get covered by. All right, man, your 60 seconds starts now. Here's your first question. What is the world's most poisonous fight? Black Widow, 1-for-1. What movie came out in 1997 starring Will Smith as the undercover agent? Men in Black is 2-for-2. All right, Brutus, Seratina, or Choke Chair is more commonly known as. Skip that. There we go. Black Friday is #1 holiday. Thanksgiving is 3 right. Congratulations, baby. You won. You want to get card money. Enjoy simple savings with the Inverse Digital Coupon Camera Rewards. Choose your own savings. For hundreds of offers in between, just click your digital coupon and receive the savings to Meyer Store. Go to perks.meyer.com to sign up. It's fast, it's easy, it's free.
5 seconds. Rejoin music. Liner. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
9:31 to play in this one. Michigan Tech has cut an 18-point deficit down to just 6. 43-37. Sy gets the cross over to Stankowski for Michigan Tech. Over to Hawk. Hawk to Monroe. Baseline, works on Carbajal, drives in. Shot is no good. Carbajal the rebound. Over to Kapuska. Kapuska to Reiskamp. Luke spots up for 3 and hits it. The fast break three-pointer from Luke Reiskamp. Big shot there for Luke. He's got 11 points now, and the lead is back up to 9. Sy steps back over to Hawk. Hawk to Monroe. Over to Gregory. Gregory to Monroe in the corner. Kapuska's down on the ground as Monroe scores, and Kapuska is hobbling. He looks like I don't know if he got hit in the hip or the leg. He's walking off gingerly. And he'll come off the floor. Aaron Hayes will replace him. Didn't see what happened to Kapuska, but he walks off under his own power. Maybe it's like a Charlie horse or something, but the bucket was good by Monroe, so he's got 9. Laker lead is at 7. 46-39, 8:40 to go. Hayes comes across midcourt, over to the right side, gets it to Carbajal. Working on Stankowski, drives in, passes it up top to Hayes. Hayes to West, to Carbajal. Ricky drives in again, lowers his shoulder, puts it up and scores off the glass. Carbajal with the bucket. He's got 6. Leads back to 9. Monroe, top of the key. 48-39 Lakers. They look down to Stankowski. Sy over to Monroe, to Hawk. Hawk to Monroe, puts up the 3 from the left wing. Shot is no good. Sy gets the rebound over Hayes. Out to Gregory, top of the key for 3. That's in. Michigan Tech is taking advantage of its second chance opportunities. Remember, they got 5 shots and 4 offensive rebounds on a possession just a few minutes ago. 48-42. West, cross-court pass to Carbajal. Carbajal hands it to Hayes. Over to Reiskamp. Back to Hayes in the right corner. Hayes gets into the paint to Reiskamp. Corner 3, it's up. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Stankowski. 48-42 Lakers, 7:15 to go. Top of the key is Sy. Over to Gregory, left wing. Sy gives it to Gregory back on the left side. 10 on the clock. Sy, top of the key, works on Hayes, drives in, shot is up, and it somehow goes in. Sy tugs on his jersey, says he needs a break. It's 48-44, 6:45 to go. Hayes over to the left wing to Alexander, right back to Hayes. AJ with it. Over to Reiskamp, down to Alexander, double team. They get it to West in the corner for three. That's in! Big three-pointer from Zach West. He's got 4, and it's 51-44. West now with 12. It was a big shot, very timely shot for Zach West. Side, right wing to Hawk. Around on the left side to Monroe. Left wing, 10 on the clock. Drives in, and they're going to call Carbajal for a blocking foul. It's the 7th foul on the Lakers here in the second half. Michigan Tech has been whistled for 3. As Carbajal, that's his 3rd foul. He checks out. Chaz Rollins comes back in. Luke Heller, Dylan Gordon, and Brian Heath all come back in for Michigan Tech. Monroe at the free throw line. He's not a great free throw shooter, 66%. He's 1 for 2 in this one and makes the first. 51-45. As Monroe now has 10. Second one is no good. Gets his own rebound and is fouled by Reiskamp. Not really sure how that's a foul on Reiskamp. Monroe looked like it went over his back. Rick Wesley saying that Monroe left early after missing the second free throw. The foul on Reiskamp is his second. 5:59 to go. Monroe at the strike for 2 more. Or it's a 1-1, I should say. He misses that one, and Rollins grabs the rebound for the Lakers. That's his 14th rebound, tying his season high. Hayes to Alexander. To West. Down to Reiskamp. He scores with the left hand. Great pass from Zach West to Luke Reiskamp, and the Lakers have got a couple big buckets these last 2 possessions. 53-45, 5:30 to go. Gordon, top of the key. Over to Monroe. Now back to Heath, left wing for 3. Shot is no good, long rebound to Reiskamp. Over to Hayes. Hayes back to Reiskamp and to Alexander on the left side. Alexander to Rollins. Hands it off at the elbow. Reiskamp goes up. Shot's no good. He's knocked to the ground. Ball rebounded by Heath. Out to Gordon. Referee's letting them play, at least letting Michigan Tech play. They've only whistled for 3 fouls in the second half. The Lakers have 8 fouls. Monroe drives in. Loses the ball. Stolen by Reiskamp. He tried to throw the pass. Reiskamp tries to throw it off somebody. And now a pushing foul. I don't know on who they get. Rollins for a foul? Rollins got hit in the face by Heller. Heller goes down, and they call the foul on Chaz Rollins. You got to be kidding me. 4:41 to play. Final media timeout here. Lakers lead 53-45. You're listening to GVSU basketball on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Seconds.
Okay.
5 seconds. Rejoin music. Minor, get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
4:41 to play here inside the Fieldhouse Arena. Grand Valley State holding on to a 53-45 lead. But the lead about 10 minutes ago in game time was 18 points. It's now down to 8. I think Michigan Tech has been as close as 4 here in the past couple of minutes. Luke Heller at the free throw line. First one is up. Shot's no good. Rollins the rebound. It was a one-on-one opportunity, so the Lakers get out of trouble there. 15 rebounds now for Chaz Rollins. As Michigan Tech back on defense. Carbajal looking to the right wing now over left side to Rollins. Chaz at the left elbow, hands it off to Hayes. Hayes out to Carbajal, 8 on the clock. Risecamp with it. Now West has it. 4 on the clock. West looks down to Hayes. AJ gets it, goes up, blocked from behind by Heller. And it'll be a turnover on the Lakers. Good stop defensively. As Derek Kapuska checks in for Zach West. So Kapuska comes back after maybe taking a knee to the leg or Charlie horse or something like that. But Kapuska's back out there with Hayes, Carbajal, Rollins, and Risecamp. 4 minutes to play, 8-point Laker lead. Heller spins on Carbajal, spins again, working down low, goes up. And they're going to call a foul on Carbajal for that. You've got to be kidding. Heller bumps at him twice, making on his spin move. Now it's 10 fouls on the Lakers here in the second half. Michigan Tech's been whistled for 3. And now I'm not sure what just happened. Technical foul has been handed out to head coach Rick Wesley. And quite frankly, I can't blame him for arguing. Again, you look at the fouls. Grand Valley State has been called for 10 fouls here in the second half. Michigan Tech has been whistled for 3. Brian Heath will step to the free throw line. His free throw's up and good. One of the best free throw shooters in the league, if not the best, at 90%. And he makes both. 53-47. Now Heller will have 2 shots after somehow drawing the foul on Carbajal, which was Ricky's 4th. First one is up, shot is no good. As the infamous Rasheed Wallace would say, ball don't lie. 3:58 to go, 53-47. Carbajal comes out, Trevin Alexander checks in. Heller's second free throw also no good, rebounded by Alexander. So the only points on that possession come on the free throws after the technical foul to Coach Wesley. Risecamp right side, 3:45 to go, it's a 6-point Laker lead. Kapuska drives baseline. Up top to Hayes. Hayes, it's over the right wing, now over to Risecamp, to Alexander. Trevin's gonna put up the 3, he hits it! Big 3-pointer for Trevin Alexander for the Lakers. That is just his 9th 3-pointer of the year, but he's 9 for 19. Close to 50%. Sy drives in, knocks Hayes over, the ball gets loose, and the Lakers get it. So no call either way there. The Lakers get the basketball back. 3:10 to go, it's a 9-point Laker lead. Kapuska to Hayes. Over to Rollins. Lakers are working through their motion offense here with Hayes on the left wing. They get Rollins on the right elbow. Hands it off to Hayes. AJ's going to put up his 3. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Stankowski. That would have been a huge bucket by Hayes if he could have knocked it down. 2:45 to go, 56-47. Heath off a screen. Pass stolen by Risecamp. 2-on-1 break. Luke into the paint, goes up, and is fouled by Heath. So Luke Risecamp will go to the free throw line for the Lakers. Luke just 1 of 2 at the stripe. He has 13 points in this one. 77% free throw shooter. Risecamp has 2 shots coming as the foul was on Heath, his first. Ricecamp's first is no good. Kyle Monroe comes into the game for Tech, or Jeff Gregory. to thank one of our fine sponsors, Country Dairy, the official milk of GVSU athletics. Ricecamp's second free throw is good. 57-47, 10-point lead. Lakers trying to complete a 4-0 homestand for the Laker men and Laker women. Heller, left wing, up top to Sy. Sy looks to Heath, left wing. Comes off a screen, stops, over to Stankowski. Spins on Rollins, goes up, shot is good. Kyle Stankowski's listed at 6'9". Feels like he's right at 7 feet when he gets in there and spins around. 57-49, Stankowski with 10. Kapuska, right wing. Looks over to Trevin Alexander, who dribbles to the left side, and back up top to Kapuska. Hayes drives in, goes up, and scores, and he's fouled! Big shot there by Aaron Hayes. Makes it 59-49. Hayes with 11, the fourth Laker starter in double figures. They'll have a chance at the three-point play here with 1:53 to go. The foul was on Sy, his first. Hayes takes a couple dribbles. Puts it up, puts it in. And Zach West will check in for Luke Rieskamp here. 60-49. Lakers have led since the 16-minute mark of the first half, but Michigan Tech certainly has made it close here in the second half. Monroe back to Sy, over to Heller, quickly right back to Miles Sy. Cross-court pass to Monroe. He spins, gets to the free throw line, and back out to Heath. Heath fakes a long three, now drives, and they're going to call Kapuska for a foul. As that'll send Brian Heath to the free throw line again. Probably the best shooter, best free throw shooter in the GLIAC. Came in today at 90%. And with that made free throw he just made, he's now 6 for 7. Ricky Carbajal checks back in for Chaz Rollins. And Jeff Gregory comes back in for Michigan Tech. 60-50. Heath has 12 now. Free throws up and good. 1:32 to play. 60-51. Kapuska gets it into Hayes. Hayes wants to clear out as he's going to try and get up the floor. A little pressure coming from Michigan Tech here. And Hayes is fouled on his way up the floor. Of course he can be fouled because Michigan Tech is not in the bonus yet, even though the Lakers have been there for the last 5 minutes or so. Foul on Michigan Tech was on Heath, his second. Kapuska gets it quickly inbounds to Alexander and right back. 1:19 to go, 9-point lead. Tech's not going to foul here, I don't believe. If so, they're wasting valuable seconds right now by not doing so. Kapuska standing right near the scorer's table with Heath guarding him. 10 on the shot clock, 1:05 left in the game. Lakers score here, it could be over. Kapuska drives to West in the corner, puts up the three. Shot is no good. Carbajal tips it out to Kapuska. They're saying he punched the ball? The referee made the hand signal. He closed his fist as if Carbajal punched the ball. I've never heard that before. Punched the ball? He made the closed fist and said it was a punched ball. You've got to be kidding me. 55 seconds left, Tech with the ball. Brian Heath doubled, and now they call another foul. Unbelievable. Rick Wesley's about to... He had to sit down on the bench or else this could have gotten bad. 60-51, but Michigan Tech getting all these foul calls. A punched ball, which I have never heard before. It may be the right call, but you've never seen it called. I don't know if it's in the rule book, but certainly it's not something that's normally called. Heath makes the first free throws. He was fouled, apparently, by Trevin Alexander. Heath with another free throw coming. It's 60-52 as Rieskamp comes in for Zach West. Heath's second free throw is up and good. Timeout taken by head coach Kevin Luke of Michigan Tech. It'll go to a full timeout, so we'll take it. 60-53 Lakers with 46.8 seconds left. You're listening to GVSU basketball here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Seconds. 5 seconds. Rejoin music. Liner. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
46.8 seconds to go. Grand Valley State leads 60-53. Ricecamp's going to get it inbounds to Hayes. And Hayes is swarmed and fouled by Jeff Gregory. So Michigan Tech was able to go after the ball quickly and foul Hayes to put him at the free throw line. 44.4 seconds to go. Only about 2 seconds came off the clock there. Fouling Gregory was his fourth. So Hayes will go to the stripe. In the game, AJ is 4 for 4 at the line. He has 12 points. 4 Lakers in double figures, 4 starters in double figures, led by Ricecamp's 14. Hayes' first free throw is no good. Rebounded by Heller. Out to Gordon. Gordon up to Heath. Heath with it, stops, puts a shot up, blocked by Hayes. Alexander grabs the rebound. And Aaron Hayes, a big defensive play on the other end. Aaron Hayes with 3 block shots now on the season. That one certainly the biggest, as prevented Brian Heath from getting the 3-point shot. Not sure if it would have went in, but good job defensively there by Hayes. And then Alexander grabbed the rebound and was fouled by Luke Heller. Trevin at the free throw line makes his first. Miles Side's going to check in for Dylan Gordon. As 34.2 seconds to go, it's 61-53 Lakers. Alexander's second shot is also good. Trevin Alexander, great free throw shooter for a big guy, shooting at about 78%. Ball over to Monroe in the left corner. Fakes the 3, doesn't put it up. Over to Side, 25 seconds left. Side drives on Alexander, gets in the paint. Throws it up, shot is no good, rebounded by Ricekamp. It's on the floor. Rollins ends up with it, and Kapuska has it now. Kapuska is fouled by Stankowski, and that's going to about wrap it up. 13.5 seconds to go. Lakers lead by 9, and the Laker bench stands up to give a standing ovation to its teammates. It's 62-53. Kapuska with a chance to just completely ice this one away. First one's up and good. 63-53.
Go Black!
Second one for Kapuska is up and in. Kapuska, his first 2 points of the game. Those are big ones. 64-53, 8 seconds left. Heath drives in, loses the ball, goes out of bounds with it. And somehow they overrule. The referee overrules himself. He originally called Michigan Tech ball and changed it over to Grand Valley. 5 seconds left, 64-53. As Ricekamp gets it into Kapuska, Lakers are going to dribble out the clock. And Grand Valley State wins by 11. Come on back and talk with head coach Rick Wesley about the victory. 64-53 Lakers. Listen to GVSU basketball here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
right, just so you know, this is only in 30 seconds.